Slang is a very interesting part of every language. It tells you a lot about the users of given language, mainly about their culture, especially the culture of young people, because it's mainly the younger generations that use slang words. Today I want to teach you some Polish slang, the words used quite often by the younger generations, the words that I meet very often while talking to my friends, and the words that I personally use a lot. I chose 10 words that I think are the most common and that you will most likely hear very often while speaking to a Polish person or just listening to a Polish conversation. The first word I would like to mention is spoko. Spoko, I think it's taken from the word spokojnie, and spokojnie means calmly. Spoko means something like cool, like alright, like no problem. I personally use it a lot to confirm something. When someone asks me for a favor, I'm like, spoko, like I'll do it, no problem. The next word is dobra. Now dobra means good. It has a very similar meaning to the previous word. It also means something like alright, cool, good, something like that. Then we have a word that it's also used in English, but in a different context, I guess. It's the word super. Now super, when you say super, after super in English you usually say some adjective like super big, super great, super good. Now in Polish, when you say super, super is just something cool, like it's just something awesome. We don't necessarily use an adjective after the word super. For us, super is just an adjective. It's just to describe something. So super książka means a cool book. The same goes for the word extra. Extra is pretty much the same thing as super, because in English extra is when something is extra, when there's more of something. Now when we say extra, usually we just mean that something is cool, that we have positive feelings about something. The next word that I personally use a lot, and I heard many other people use it, is casa. Casa means either a cashier or cash. Like in English, instead of saying money, you say cash, because that's the slang for it. It's very common around the people that I talk to. I personally use it a lot. I don't know why, it just comes out naturally. For me to say casa instead of pieniądze, which means money. It's just a lot faster, and it's very common around my circle of friends, I guess, to say casa. Now there's two words that have the same meaning, so I'm gonna treat them as one. The first word being kumać, and the second word czaić. They both mean to understand something, but it's very informal. It's like a typical slang expression, I would say. So for example, someone asks you if you understand something, you're like kumam. That means yeah, I get it. Or czaję. Now the next word is luz. Luz means chill. Like someone is chill, or when you tell someone to chill, you say luz or luzik. I usually say luzik for some reason. Luz also means when you have a gearbox in a car, luz means neutral. I use that word like crazy. When, for example, when someone asks me for a favor, once again, I either say spoko or I say luz. Spoko and luz have pretty similar meaning. But yeah, luz, it sounds pretty similar to the English word lose, and it has a very similar meaning. The official meaning is also very similar, because when you say luźny means lose in English. So I guess it's taken from that. Now the next word I use a lot is mega. I think it's the same in English. Mega means very big, but so when you say, for example, mega fajny, that means super cool. You know, I'm kind of a person that's pretty far behind the current language trends in Poland, and probably the teenagers don't use it anymore, but I use it a lot. Kind of far behind of the new language trends in Poland, because I heard some expressions that I don't understand at all. But back in my day, we used the word mega a lot, and I still hear some people my age use it. So yeah, mega means something very big, very cool, very interesting. The next word, which is also pretty popular, is Shema. Shema is one of the million ways we have in Polish to say hi. As you probably know, the most popular one is cześć. Shema is usually only between friends. So like cześć is between people your age that you don't necessarily have to show respect to. But now Shema is a word that you usually only use between your group of friends.
Siemaneczko.
Oh yeah, another way to Shema is siemaneczko, which my boyfriend also really likes. The last two words that I want to talk about. First one is Yasna. Yasna. If it doesn't really have an equivalent in English. Yasna is something like sure. For example, in Spanish, you have the word claro, and it has exactly the same meaning. Yasna also means bright in English. So, wait, I don't think there's like slang equivalent in English to it. But yeah, as I said, in Spanish, it's claro. I know in German it's klar. So yeah, it means something like that, like sure. Now the last word, which is very popular around young people, is dzięki. Dzięki is short for dziękuję. Dzięki is for your friends, for people your age. And yeah, it means like, it's something like thanks in English. Don't bark. Instead of saying dziękuję in an informal situation, you say dzięki. So these were the 10 most popular, in my opinion, slang expressions or words in Polish. I'm sure there's a bunch more that I probably don't know about, especially the newer ones that teenagers and younger kids in Poland use currently. But as I said, I'm an old lady, so I don't know some of them. These are the ones that I use, and these are the ones that I hear my friends use. If I can find some more that I find interesting, that I find used very commonly, I will make another part of this video maybe. If you heard some other slang expressions or words in Polish that you would like to share with me and with the other people watching this video, write them down in the comments. It's very interesting to me because sometimes, depending on the region of Poland that you live in, people tend to use different expressions and different words, different vocabularies. Even though Polish is one of those languages that it doesn't differ much, whether you live on the south or on the north, it really doesn't matter. We still speak the same language. There's still some tiny differences, and it's very interesting to hear them and to find out about them. So if you know some more expressions, please let me know because I find it extremely interesting, and I will see you in the next video.